Take three.
We're still looking. Alright.
Take three. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Diegue Productions. Before we continue the video,
please like, comment, and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm.
And also sign up for Webull and get your 2 free stocks. Link is down below. Let's get started.
That was a lot better. Alright. Hey everyone, my name is Garcia. I am an upcoming sophomore at Carnegie Mellon University, and today we'll be talking about our experiences in high school and how we use what we know to do better in college. So starting off with what I did in high school. To be honest, I didn't do much. What I did personally is that I would procrastinate from the time I left school up until like 10 p.m. We just play soccer, we go to the library and just like do anything but work. And then I would wake up at 3 a.m. and I would just grind up until 8. I kind of left things for like last second, but at the end of the day, the trio, we all ended up top 10, and it worked out. But now in college, we're seeing that it's a little more difficult than that, and we've managed to acquire some tips and tricks to help you guys just do better and be ready for the college life.
Exactly, and guys, you already know who I am, the best, the king, the god. You already know, Diegue Production, CEO. No, I'm playing much. Hey guys, my name is Olivier Diegue. Also graduated top 10% of my class, number 7 to be in fact. This dude right here, badass valedictorian. So the things we're about to tell you today definitely comes from the heart. It definitely reflects what we're going through right now, and we believe that it would really help you guys out. So, me personally, I did nothing for high school. I'm not even gonna lie. At least he woke up at 3 a.m. I waited 30, maybe 15 minutes before class started to actually do the work, to study for an exam or anything like that. So I was definitely blessed to still be able to, maintain my position in the class and still get my A's and B's, but
there's a lot of better stuff could have done.
Exactly. Our time management, organization skills were just completely atrocious. But here are some tools and tricks that we've learned along the way that could benefit you. Let's get started.
So for number one, I think we can all agree that having a planner or something that you can like divide your day in is really essential. For example, that could be like using Google Calendar. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Having like a notebook or like even like a back. Darn it.
No cap. Google Calendar. Boo! Apple Calendar is where it's at. I'm sorry.
Alright,
cut Google Calendar. What? No. Use the Apple Calendar. Be a CEO, okay? Now I'm playing, guys. But honestly, a calendar is best.
Yeah.
It's one of the most effective tools that we both use, and it really helps us visualize our time.
And then going with that, actually, there's something called time blocking, where essentially you plan your entire day before it even happens. It's a really good way of just keeping track of the assignments that you have coming in, the assignments that are due. So in the morning, you stay like 5 to 10 minutes just to say like from this time to this time, I'm going to do like X assignment, do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. This time I'm gonna eat. So it takes away the guessing time where like what I'm gonna do during this time, or I'm just gonna do this or that. You kind of already have a productive day set up, and you use that to hopefully do better in the day.
Exactly. So I'm definitely gonna put an example over here or somewhere over here just to show you. But for example, like I would say from 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'm going to be studying chemistry, and then 9 a.m. to 9:30 I'm gonna be doing practice questions for chemistry. Just basically demonstrating or being super strict with your time. Yeah. Not leaving any second off. You can even put your sleep schedules on there, right? So for example, for college, for Rutgers University, I currently do use this trick as well, where I'm like from 9 p.m. till 2 a.m. I'm sleeping, and wake up from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. I'm working out, eating, doing like be so dramatic with your time that not a second goes to waste.
And strict with your time. Like actually try to do the things that you plan there, because if one thing just goes out of plan, your whole day could just be all messed up.
Exactly. But we believe in you guys. You got this.
Then actually going with that, having your whole day planned out is really good, but you also need time for yourself. So make sure to plan at the end of the day, maybe like watch a movie at the end, or in the morning plan something out, but don't just spend your whole day working either, because it's not healthy and you'll just become fried. You won't be able to actually perform well. So make sure you just have something in the day where you're just like focusing on yourself, maybe like reading a book or watching a movie, binging Netflix, we all do it, what happens. But just have time for yourself. It's really important to relax, just like to chill down, because college is really stressful for everyone. So make sure you have time just to take a breather.
Exactly, 100% agree. Some of us struggle with this, some of us are the best at it that we do it too much, right? So, for example, I sometimes struggle with finding time for myself because I have so many things on my list, so many things to do, so many headaches that I have to focus on, that it does become quite difficult to find any time for myself. But at the same time, I'll just call Miguel or Andrew and be like, just spontaneously, and just be like, yo, what you doing at 2 a.m.? Or like, yo, what you doing at 7 a.m.? Let's do something. Like yesterday, called up Miguel, yo, what you doing at 7 a.m.? So he was just like, shoot, I'm down. So we just go to the gym, go to the trampoline park.
I was sleeping, by the way. He
was knocked out,
and I still
right?
went. Some goddamn.
Exactly, yeah. But it's just being able to really be flexible with your schedule because in the past you've managed your time. Alright, so time management is key because you are now ahead of everyone else. So if anything does pop up, you're like, shoot, okay, cool, I can manage that in my schedule. Alright, so talking about lists and what you have on your list, I strongly believe having an effective to-do list is key to a successful day. Not only having everything on the calendar, what has to be done, but also you're now putting it in a different category. A calendar goes by weekly and monthly. A list goes by day. Alright, so you have, and you also, with lists, you can also have your goals and expectations. And you can see what track you're on. So with the list, for example, I would say, today I have to finish biology section 1 through section 5. And if I've only read section 3, that's cool. But now I know that, okay, I'm only halfway there. Let's try to do better tomorrow.
And then also, taking everything we have here, also there's certain times in the day where you're just unexpectedly free. So just say you had a Zoom meeting, because we've all had Zoom meetings. Let's say you had a Zoom meeting at 5:30 and then it was canceled, and it was from 5:30 to 6. Take that time, just fit something you had in your schedule afterward and just fit it in. Because the more things you can get done in a certain day, the less you have later on. And you might see yourself having like a whole week free because you finished everything way before. So that's very important to keep in mind.
Exactly, and one key thing I've learned is that in college, like especially for classes, taking organized notes really helps managing your time.
Yep.
Because now that you know where everything is and you're more organized, you can better place everything into your schedule. Okay, so for example, let's say you know where your notes for chapter 1 through 5 is, you know where your notes from chapter 6 to 8 are, and you also have them super structured that you can just look at them, remember them, study them more efficiently. Because now, guess what? You don't have to spend that extra hour or two figuring out where it is, or that extra hour or two trying to look at lecture videos, or just go through Zoom University recordings trying to figure out what the heck the class is about.
And for example, actually, with my computer science class, I've noticed that it's nearly impossible to have 1,000 tabs open with different things, just having to like scroll through 27 pages of different things when I can just have a notebook where I have all the codes written out, like what it does and everything in like 5 pages, much easier to flip through. Because to be honest, we spend way too much time on our computers already, and just having so many tabs open, you're just gonna like lose your brain. So it's good to just have things written down, and also even writing things down helps you just like to learn it. Like write things over and over and over again. So
exactly, and shoot, it's like we're reading off each other right now, literally. It's like that. But he says that find your best way to study.
Yeah.
We all have our own different ways where if we see something, we're super visual. If we see it, we already study, we already know. If we hear it, we already know. If we feel it, we already know it. Or you can just be the totally awesome dude that just don't need to study, and just somehow God has given you the gift.
In high school, in college, watch out.
Definitely watch out in college, guys. But find your way of studying. My way, for example, is writing everything down. So if you look at my chemistry notes, my biology notes, you will see that from chapter 1 to chapter 10, I have all my notes organized. Not multicolored, not super crazy that you can't even focus, but enough for me to understand what is next, what happens, what the structure is.
And actually going off of that, something that I didn't actually have in mind to talk about this video, but having taken the SATs, both of us, we've kind of learned that active recall is also very important. Active recall, for those of you that don't know, is taking all you learn into practice. Like instead of just reading things over and over and over again how to do it, you actually go and do it. So you find those problems and you practice different types of problems so you're ready for the test and for anything that could come at you. So when it comes to school, personally, if you have a test on mathematics and you're going over like the quadratic equation, it's good to like just rewrite the quadratic equation over and over and over again and like look at people doing it. But until you actually do it, you might not actually know what you're doing, right? So it's good to do a lot of examples and to just drill it really into your brain so you're ready for like anything that can come at you.
Exactly, and for science courses, you can have index cards, and literally this is what helps me out, right? I would walk around the block or walk around my house just going through the index cards, going through the practice problems that are in those index cards and seeing them forming in my mind and seeing me solving everything. So find out what works best for you. Some people go through song, some people use index cards, some people use other family members to test them, and some people, like me, I know I'm weird, but I have 2 doggies that are most of the time at the house. I'll just put one on my bed and teach them that material, you know, because as a teacher, you learn the best. So just find your way.
If you have like a whiteboard or a blackboard or whatever, just like going through it really helps out a lot. And also I'd say that one of my biggest study techniques or like tricks that I use, there's something called binaural beats, which whenever I try to study, I usually just put on my headphones and I listen to the binaural beats while I study, because it kind of like gets me in the zone. And also I've learned that different frequencies that go through your brain can help with like studying and sleeping, different things like that. So if you haven't tried it yet, I would recommend to try binaural beats. They're really cool and it might just work for you.
Exactly, and I've never tried it, so I'm actually going to try it soon later.
Definitely
hook me up. But something that does help me out is finding Study With Me videos. So like for example, we have MD Prospect or James Scholes, who from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. they have like this 12-hour study thing going on, right? And just having them on that screen is a huge motivation to be like, shoot, this dude is doing the exact same thing I'm doing, and yet he's getting these incredible grades. Why can't I? Right? So that's just like role model, continuously right there on the screen. Whenever you want to give up, you don't give up. You're there and you're like, I'm gonna fight through this. I'm gonna grind. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make this moolah, to get this amazing career, to do what I'm destined to do.
And now I guess just concluding everything, we kind of broken things down into 3 essential last things to remember. 1 is sleep. You might grind the whole day, you might pull like 6 all-nighters, but remember to sleep, because if your mind's not right, your working isn't going to be right. So make sure you have time for yourself to chill and to relax. The second thing is exercise, just trying to work on yourself and trying to just be active, right? And not worrying too much about work really helps and goes a long way. And meditation and having free time, like we said. And then apart from that, just trying to do things early, remember? Like, don't try to do things last second, it doesn't work well. In college, you're gonna have TAs and office hours, which are essential because a lot of the homework you might not even understand, like where to even start. And if you went until the very last second, you might not get a chance to talk to a TA or someone that knows. So make sure you start everything early and it'll go a long way.
Exactly, and you may think, oh, we're just saying this, but we understand how hard it is. But once you pass that threshold of hardness, once you pass that difficulty level, it becomes so much easier. Alright, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Share the channel.
And the very last thing, down below in the comments, please say Microsoft or Android versus Apple, because if you choose Apple, don't want to talk to you.
We already know Apple's gonna win this.
We're not talking about
but have a good day.